Yes.
Michael, do you know what we are talking about today?
What are we talking about today?
You haven't seen Knives Out yet, right?
No.
Do you know what it is?
Of course I know what it is.
You Googling it?
Of course not.
Are you
Okay, so so Knives Out. I'll look it up on IMDb.
Right.
I
Now, I want you to tell me who the
Daniel
director
Craig's.
is.
Of course I know who it is. It's Rian Johnson.
Who's Rian Johnson?
Come on, man. Dude. He was nominated for an Oscar. He's known for
Knives Out,
Star
Looper,
Wars.
and Star Wars: The Last Jedi.
The greatest Star Wars movie I've ever seen, ever. And Brick.
So, knowing that he made The Last Jedi,
and Brick,
what would you expect my reaction to Knives Out to be?
That it's absolute dog trash.
So it's actually like one of the best movies I've seen in the last couple of years. It's it's amazing. So it got us into a conversation about separating the art from the artist.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So like the fact that I'm sure a lot of people didn't go see Knives Out because Rian Johnson made it. Because it's this idea of like, well, why would I want to go see that movie? Because
I can just watch Star Wars twice.
Exactly. But why would I go see this movie when I don't like the guy who made it? And it's like, it kind of sucks that you associate, first of all, the fact that Rian Johnson is a massive douchebag. You saw like some of the stuff that he put out before that movie and after it. Like he's kind of a douche. So it's just this like idea of, should you go into a movie knowing all this stuff about the people who made it and letting that skew how you think about it, or should you go into every movie totally blind? Because on the one hand, there's people who aren't going to go see Knives Out because they don't like Rian Johnson. Or there's people who, going forward, who never saw movies like Seven or American Beauty or 9 Lives, one of the greatest movies ever made, because Kevin Spacey's in it. You didn't laugh, so you don't get the joke. 9 Lives is the last movie Kevin Spacey made before he got Me Too'd, and it's the one where he's a talking cat.
I need to look this up.
Yep. It's so bad. But those first 2 movies are amazing, and Kevin Spacey.
No.
Kevin Spacey's one of the greatest actors of all time, and he's also so. But it's that kind of thing where it's like these people are never going to go see American Beauty because Kevin Spacey's in it, or the fact that almost every amazing movie ever made has the trademark of the Weinstein Company on it. So it's this question of like, well, maybe you should go in totally blind, not knowing anything about the artist, because then you're going to be able to enjoy what's going on if there's someone who's not a great person making it. But at the same time, if you didn't know anything about Christopher Nolan, how many people will have gone to see, I don't know. Actually, I can't think of an example of a Chris Nolan movie that didn't have an awesome trailer. So the only thing I could think of was Memento, and that was the first movie he made, so it's not really a great example. But let's say
Inception
has like the best trailer of all time.
I don't know, I'm just looking up Christopher Nolan movies right now.
I know. Christopher Nolan's a bad example. But let's say like
Quay, Doodlebug.
What?
Doodlebug. Apparently that's a Christopher Nolan movie.
I've never heard of it.
Came out in 1997.
That's like a short student film that he made before he made Memento. I actually do know about that.
Oh, of course, yeah. Right next to it, it says it's a short fantasy, and it's so short that it's 3 minutes.
I told you. But yeah, so it's the idea of like, okay, let's say that you know nothing about Quentin Tarantino. Would you go see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
Well, okay. The moment that it came out, or like right now?
Just, yeah, right when it came out, before everyone was saying how good it is. Would you have gone to the theater to go see it?
Gone to go see it after I've seen the trailers?
Maybe, but let's say you can watch the trailers, but you keeping in mind the fact that Suicide Squad has the second greatest trailer of all time.
Oh well, yeah.
Yeah, so trailers, I don't trust trailers. I'm a very anti-trailers person, so.
I'm going to go see it. I mean, I didn't go to go see Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, like as is. Like,
well, I'm saying, would you care enough to?
Because, oh yeah, I would care enough to go to see it.
If you didn't know Tarantino was the director?
Oh no, probably not.
See, that's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah, probably not.
There's people who would never go see, or for God's sake, who would have went to see the 3-hour Hateful Eight if Tarantino didn't make it? Literally nobody. The extended cut is on Netflix right now, and it's like insanely long. And it's also one of the most popular movies that Netflix has running right now.
Because the Hateful Eight is so good.
I know.
I love it. It's great.
I'm aware. Is that one of your favorite?
Yeah. Well, no, it's not. It's not my favorite.
It's your favorite Tarantino movie, is what I meant.
Yeah, my favorite Tarantino movie so far.
So far.
That's if he makes another one after Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. But he said that he's probably gonna stop making movies and only gonna write.
Yeah. Okay. Nobody ever really retires from the film industry except for Sean Connery. And the kid who played Anakin Skywalker, but we don't like to talk about him because it's really sad. So, but yeah, so there is a bit of a dilemma there with the idea of separating the art from the artist, because it's, on one hand, I didn't know that Rian Johnson directed Knives Out until the end credits, and it had all this goodwill for me, and then as soon as I saw Rian Johnson, I went, man, maybe that movie wasn't that good. And I thought, like, man, that's a really toxic mindset to have, especially for like an art medium where it's, are you going to force yourself to say an objectively good piece of art is bad because you don't like the artist? But at the same time, are you going to say that a piece of art is objectively good because you do like the artist? Like, there's some good directors that have made some really bad movies.
Yeah.
Like M. Night Shyamalan. M. Night Shyamalan's a fantastic director, and he's also made some of the worst movies ever made.
That's true. I'd say that you should respect the art from the artist, depending on, like, straying away from even what they could have done or even have done. If you enjoy what they make for what it is, then that's the most that you can take out of that certain scenario. Mm-hmm. A good example of this is Louis C.K. Because he is, and to me, he is the greatest comedian of our time right now. But then he had that horrible scandal that I'm not going to talk about because everyone knows about it. And he kind of just fell off the face of the earth. And now he's like doing like underground comedy right now. But that doesn't make him, like you said, that Kevin Spacey is still one of the greatest actors right now. It still doesn't make him less of a comedian than he already is. Sure, he had a hiccup.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. Like, it's the problem of letting one flop ruin someone's career. Like,
right. Like, all right, and you can cut right here.
No, I think that especially in like the the internet age like that we're in right now, this is a big issue that we haven't really had before.
It's judging a book by its cover. That's what it is. Hello? Can you hear me? Hello? Hello? Are you switching headphones? Oh, that's awesome. Hey, so, I mean, stuff happens to everybody, and Alex's headphones died. So you can't really judge him for his headphones dying. You can't really judge the headphones for dying because that's just what happens, and that's life. Nice. Anyway, that's the video, guys. That's one point of view. We did it. We talked about movies. Maybe next time Alex's headphones won't die. All right. Bye.